If you're like most business owners, you get a tremendous amount of email every single day. So here's a few tips on how you can process through email and be a lot more efficient with your day as regards to email. The first thing is get yourself a really good spam filter so that you're not constantly getting a ton of junk mail that you don't want. My second tip is if you're subscribed to some email newsletters and you really don't read them anymore, let's unsubscribe from those so that they're just not even coming in your inbox. As a third note, if you're like me, your friends send you all kinds of crazy stuff on a regular basis. And maybe you can get some of those friends to stop sending you some of the stuff that you really could care less about. I know, you might hurt their feelings, but at least you'll have less email coming in your inbox. Now, there's a real problem that I think a lot of business owners have is you put your email address out there in so many places. It might even be on your website. So you might want to use more of a generic email like info@ or sales@ your web address instead of using your personal email address on your website or maybe on your LinkedIn profile or on Facebook where you're getting so much junk from. Then if you don't need to respond to every email, let's not take the time to respond to emails that you really don't need a response for. Stuff like got it or thank you or just those quick little responses. They consume some of your time and you can probably shortcut some of those if you don't have to respond to every email that comes in. Then I find that some business owners, they're very prolific writers. So you can save yourself a ton of time if you can have shorter responses. Shorter emails are also going to get read more often because people don't have to read through paragraph after paragraph. Now, obviously there are times when you really need to write a lot, but if you don't have to write a lot, let's be a little more succinct in your emails, and that will save you some time as well. Next, if you can block off time during your day to deal with emails, that will save you from constantly looking at your inbox and saying, oh, well, an email came in, I have to do something with that. If we block off specific times in our day, and this is really a time management issue, then we're not constantly distracted by that ever bombardment of email that's coming in at us. My last tip is let's try to read the email only one time. So in other words, if you read the email, you say, oh, I'll deal with that later, then that stays in your inbox and you read it again and again and you get to it eventually, I guess, but you've spent more time reading that email than is really necessary. So hopefully some of these email processing tips will save you some time in your day and make you a little more efficient so that you can spend time doing what's really important, which is growing your business.